Oh, that's an amazingly conversational program where you go up to strangers in the street and you ask them intimate questions.
Yes, that's it.
I would like some probing questions.
Yes?
What have always amazed me about your show is the way people just kind of open up to you. Have you got a sort of a big heart or something? Nobody can do this. You see, I've been interviewed in the street 57 times.
You're kidding. The interesting question is, why have you been interviewed so often?
Because I work on the street.
Uh-huh.
See, it's approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the newsroom.
Right,
okay?
and they want something.
And they want something.
Mm-hmm.
So they're little colourful.
Yeah. So why do you work the street?
Because I'm interested in people.
You see?
Yeah.
See, simple.
See, simple. We get to it, don't we?
Do you have a high level of tolerance of other people?
What did John Lennon say? I love humanity, I just can't stand people. I enjoy a love-hate relationship with human beings.
How come?
How come? Because our society is disintegrating, my friend. From the bottom down. There's a huge underclass of psychotic people wandering around out here who don't know whether it's Tuesday or August.
I mean, you've been savage about Adelaide.
Lack of tolerance for life's losers, I think. I've been thought of as the lowest of the low in this town, and man, I've played some savage gags on this town. I was in one of my capricious moods, and I sort of went dressed as an art critic and savaged a few people.
How'd you dress as an art critic?
Oh, just like a punce, you know. You stick on a roll-neck jumper.
Do you remember what you wanted to do when you were a kid? Do you remember?
I wanted to be a marine biologist and invent macrobiotic seaweed and save the third world from itself, which is a common middle-class fantasy.
Was your childhood pleasant? I mean, do you remember it as a pleasant
Profoundly
experience?
unpleasant. Profoundly unpleasant.
And why did I know you were going to say that?
Because I'm an artiste, you see.
Why was it unpleasant? Your parents, or?
Oh, my father's an absolute bastard, and I hope the whole nation knows that.
What about the upside? Have there been some big
my mother
highs?
is a wonderful person.
Yeah.
A really lovely, spiritual, fabulous human being.
Are they both alive?
My mother is, yeah.
Your father died?
No, he's still alive, but he's suffering.
Uh-huh.
He's living in a house, a gatehouse on a property once owned with someone else's wife. You see, you do bad things, you suffer in this life. I don't believe in suffering in the next life. Every bad thing I've ever seen done go down in this world, I've seen it catch up with people.
Yeah. But you like edgy things, you like danger.
Oh, shit, yeah. I mean,
but in
the fun you can have in an outback race meeting, you know, where civilization is at a bare minimum, and just before they all get really pissed, you know, and you play with people, and you make them happy, and you fulfill some little they've got in their head already. That's fantastic, man, you know? And the countryside is the most innocent place because I can just walk there and sell my balloons. And because I don't know, people don't have this cack in them, they don't make up stories about me or gossip me. But this place I call the City of Shadows, you know? Everything that's dark and unhappy and sad and miserable and anally retentive in the Australian culture is right in this mall, and I'm into it, baby.
And you're still here.
And I'm still loving it.
Hello. Have you got a second for SBS?
Yes.
Yes? We're doing a series of documentaries about people. We sort of front up to people. It's called Front Up, actually.
Oh, I was born in King's Cross, Sydney.
In King's Cross?
Yes. Oh, I lived there for 19 years, yes. And my father, when we moved, he'd been there for 30 years, so he remembered the gangster shootings.
Yes.
You know, he could point out the bloodstains on the Terrazzo steps and things, which was quite good fun. He actually worked on the waterfront. He was a tally clerk. And that was one reason why we didn't move. In those days, he was illegitimate when it wasn't at all fashionable to be illegitimate, and his mother actually, I'm not telling the family secrets on television, actually when he died we found a fascinating document all illuminated at the top, and it was the agreement by which his mother actually, she didn't exactly sell him, she gave him to her best friend because she wanted to get married and the chap she wanted to marry didn't want the baby or the boy. I mean, he was 5 at that stage. And so she
bequeathed him.
And it was an agreement that she would have no more particularly financial responsibility or any other connection with him, really. I think also that kind of experience of being cast off by your real family probably makes you fairly sensitive to all sorts of things. And, I mean, he was quite a sensitive person, and I admire him for the fact that he stuck at a very boring and quite tricky job, because he used to have to order the gangs for the ship. So if he didn't order enough people, the wharfies complained. If he ordered too many, the bosses complained. So, you know, it was for those times, it was a very stressful sort of job, and he stuck at it for years and really didn't like it.
And your husband, is he at all like your father?
He's tall and thin.
Like your father was?
Yes, yeah. But that's probably it, yes. We were married for 10 years and we've been separated for 10 years. So it's very symmetrical. I think we ought to get divorced soon. I don't know about marriage. I mean, I'm a Christian and a churchgoer, and when I was married, you know, I imagined that it was a sacrament. I mean, for me it was a sacrament, and it was for him too, and I thought it would go on longer with a bit of work. But I think perhaps he had a different attitude to it, as something that it was better to stop it, and because it wasn't doing well. I suppose at the moment perhaps I feel that it would be difficult to fit a marriage into my life. You know, and that may be a vicious circle. When you haven't got one, or when one's broken down, you fill up your life with other things, because otherwise
what you did? When you filled up your life with other things?
I think it was pretty full already. Maybe that was part of the reason.
And you don't feel a need for a partner?
Not at the moment. I sometimes envy people who have partners, and then other times I very much don't envy people who have partners, and I think, well, you know, I can just walk away from this and I don't have to work at it, and it's really very nice. I really don't feel I have the emotional energy and time. I like the things that I'm doing. They're not the same as a marriage, they're not the same as a relationship with anybody. I guess if somebody really special came along, then I would think about changing the priorities, but I guess so far nobody has, and maybe that's partly because of the situation I've put myself in, that I'm not available for people to come along. I can see a possibility of feeling very lonely at some stage, but there's always books, and there's an awful lot of people in books.
Doing a series called Front Up.
SBS, oh, they pull the guys out of the trees, don't they? Yeah, I heard about SBS.
I'm actually late for lunch, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have a nice lunch.
Thanks.
We want to know what you survived.
The B&S ball, the cleaning up.
What's the most important thing?
Internal happiness.
Internal happiness.
Yes, it's very important.
How do you get it?
I don't know. Work hard, pick up papers on Bondi Beach, I think. Keeps me happy, doesn't it?
This is Melissa, one of my granddaughters. This is Melissa.
This is your granddaughter?
Yeah, one of my granddaughters.
What's your name?
Gnarnayarrhe, in Murray Waitara. It means a little blue joy kangaroo born beside a spring in the dreamtime. Like, as you can say in all the different kind of language for welcome, you can say in Italian, buongiorno, good morning, come sta, bene, grazie, signor, signora. Or you can say in Greek, kalimera, tikani, skala, yes, bravo, you know. Or you can say in Maltese, kefinti, and you can say in Turkish, nasasen, hib. Or you can say in Hungarian, yorikalt, kivano, good morning. Or, Ojuan, how are you? Kosanamul, very good, thank you. Or you can speak in my language. Wandivai, hello, and how are you? Wandivai, Chujana, Chadana, Mangalarena, Nandivana, Yemkona, Tuluwandangai. Hello there, men, women, boys and girls. What are you looking at me for? You're from Hungary?
Yeah. Who taught you Hungarian?
My fiancée was Hungarian.
Your fiancée was Hungarian?
Yeah. Her name was Kotika. Kotika Fus.
Katika.
Kotika Fus.
She's gone away?
She's gone back to Hungary.
Has she?
We split up.
But she taught you a lot of Hungarian. That's
so
very good.
I used to say to her father, I'd say, I'd get on the telephone and I said, good afternoon. And I said, you on the port Kivana Lajos Bachi. I had to call him Bachi because Bachi like means in respect for uncle, or you say Hapu for father, uncle you say Bachi, auntie you say Chocolon Katanini.
You learnt a lot.
Again. Again means yes.
How long were you together? How long?
Since May. I still love that girl. I still love her too.
You have to ring her up.
I got her father's number, but she asked me not to ring her dad's number, so
Yeah?
I don't want to ring her father. He doesn't like me. I shouldn't have swore. I was drunk one day and I swore on the phone. You probably know what I said.
You swear in Hungarian?
Yeah.
Don't say it.
No, I don't want to say it. It's very bad.
Yeah.
It's very, very bad.
Well, you'll have to go and visit her in Hungary.
Well, I was wanting to come to Budapest and do some basking.
Yeah.
Play digital.
You'd be a big hit.
I know a little poem in Hungarian. You can say, "Oh, varmistak misnaluska inyom pinyom taliba rupati dame."
You didn't waste your time with her, did you?
She swept me off my feet.
She swept you off your feet.
She still do. I've got a big poster photo of her at my house.
Like my boyfriend swept me off my feet.
And I miss her very much.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Osman.
Can you tell us what you're having here? This looks like a very nice afternoon.
Having a Johnny Walker Black Label,
Yeah.
short black coffee,
Yeah.
which I've finished, and a glass of water and a Winfield cigarette. I don't have any hobbies as such, or I don't do any sport. I don't believe in sport. I'm a bit like Barry Humphries. Yeah, I like driving in the country on the weekends, travelling around South Australia, going to places in South Australia that I haven't been to for years, and staying at little old-fashioned pubs in the country. And
On your own?
yeah. Oh, not always, no. But it's good when you're on your own because you can do what you please, especially when you travel.
Yeah.
When you travel, particularly overseas and things, you go on your own because you always meet other Australians and they always say to you, you know, don't be on your own, come and join us, and you meet more people, I think. There was a Japanese, she was an Australian girl, she was a stripper in Japan. I met her in Bali once, yeah. She was someone that stands out.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
She struck up the conversation. Yeah, she said, I'm going to the monkey dance tonight, would you like to come along? And I said, yeah, I'll see you there. Thinking that I should have said, I'll go with you, but I met her there, yeah.
But you remember it because it was unusual that she asked you?
No, I was hoping she would.
Yeah.
I was always hoping that she would, and she did.
Would you have asked her?
Well, no.
No.
No. But,
Well, you're shy?
yes, a very shy person. Well, I'm not supposed to be. It doesn't sort of show up. People don't think I am, but I am basically a shy person.
In what way are you shy? You mean you
Just meeting new people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like tonight, I was wanted really to go and talk to those two girls over there, but
Yes.
when I got here, I thought, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's out. It's not the right thing to do.
Right. I can't help noticing that scar.
It was a fight. I was in a fight once. It happened when I was in Vietnam.
Fight between...
Bar girl sort of scratched me. The champagne cork hit her in the eye, and she thought there was a fight started.
Well, it's a good story now. I guess it wasn't funny at the time.
No, it was hilarious.
Was
it
it?
was good fun, yeah.
Yeah?
That's what we did in Vietnam. Apocalypse Now is really close to the truth of what happened, especially probably to me in Vietnam.
Yeah, yeah. Now, did you ever take a conscious decision that you were going to not marry?
Yes, when I was about 4 years of age, I went to a wedding of the guy that lives next to me, and I thought, what an embarrassment! This whole thing's such an embarrassing thing. And I told my grandfather one day, and he said, "Oh, you'll change. You know, you won't always be like that." But I haven't been that way about women, but I have about marriage. I think it seems to be an embarrassment. The whole process is an embarrassment.
Have you had a deep and meaningful and long-lasting relationship?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And
a number, yeah.
A number?
Mm.
And when it comes to the crunch, you call it up?
No, I think that you just sort of, if you wait long enough, you get to know enough about each other, and
Yes.
when it doesn't seem to be leading anywhere,
Yeah.
they just finish. They slow down and just drift away. And
What do you
famous
do?
in my circuit. I've got a brake service on Brighton Road, South Canal brake service.
As in car brake?
Yeah, car brake. So I do transcendental meditation as well, and that really helps you, reduce the stress in your life, and you just learn, you just know, stress doesn't stick to you.
You're also smoking and drinking and meditating. Seems an odd...
No, it's not. You can enjoy you don't have to give things up. They give you up. Well, Maharishi says if you've got a Ferrari or a Jaguar, you can enjoy it for the fact that it's a Jaguar, not the fact that, it makes you somebody, or you've got it for a reason. You just have it, and you sort of tend to, I think, I do anyway, tend to go for better quality things, But, you have a nicer scotch instead of a cheaper scotch.
Yeah.
I wish I had known you were coming. you wouldn't have been here.
You would have bought another scotch. Before you go.
Oh, no.
Do you have a pet hate?
A pet hate?
Yeah. Is there something that you really hate?
I really hate? I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
That's fantastic. Is this your car?
Yes, it is.
Tell us about
Rust, actually.
Rust.
Rust, don't like rust.
I'm really feeling really good. If you're asking me to work up a bit of hate for something, I just can't do it. Sorry.
Rude people.
Has something really wonderful happened to you in the last little while? Or memorable? It doesn't have to be wonderful.
Memorable. It's just been a good last couple of years, I think, more than anything. Nothing particular. Just a whole series of things.
Firing on all cylinders?
Yep, absolutely.
No rust on you?
No rust on me. Well greased.
See you later.
See ya.
A lot of old people come and they like to have a reading because they're a bit scared of death and they like to know that they're going to live on and on, that they're not dying and that sort of thing. Charlie is not going to die in this 12 months. There is no death.
What got you into it?
Necessity.
Necessity.
I couldn't find work, And I did a lot of things, swept the streets and all sorts of things. And I sold all the jewellery I had, anything that was worth anything. And then I come to it that I had nothing left. I thought, what can I do now? I was walking along the street here and I remember that I saw a sign when we used to come up for holidays. Tarot, just a sign, tarot in the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered this, and I had a pack of cards. And I thought, I'll do that. Now, you're going to get some very good news. You are. I came up here from Melbourne to start another life.
What was in Melbourne that you wanted to get away from or change?
The whole thing, a bad relationship, the usual. Well, my life has, I just drift through, if you understand. There's never been ties or roots or anything. I just seem to drift through and get there. Once I needed a washing machine, you see, and I didn't have the money. I mean, you don't earn millions of dollars here. And I went over to the club and I put 40 cents in and I got the money for the washing machine.
And these things are, what, feelings, ideas, thoughts, pictures?
No, I don't see things and I don't hear things, thank God. I never do.
Yeah.
It comes telepathic.
Uh-huh.
Things have come to me you would not believe. You wouldn't believe it.
Good things, bad things?
Good things.
Good things.
This lady said, you're going to meet a man up here and you're going to be married. Oh, I said, I've been widowed 15 years trying to find a man I considered good enough. And I found this gentleman and I love her. He's everything a woman could wish for.
This was...
And now I fell and crushed my hip and I'm crippled.
But this is only... You've only experienced this in the last 15 years, since you've been
since
here.
I've been here.
Never in Melbourne.
Oh, no, when I was little.
Yeah?
I had a very bad childhood. And I used to go to bed of a night and there was a picture on the wall of two people in a field of grass, and I can never find that painting again. And I said to them, in my mind, not out loud, I'd be going to sleep then, I thought, lift your feet up and touch one another, see? And I'd concentrate that hard, and they'd lift their feet, and they'd touch, see? And I'd be out of the body over by the wall, just like that. You're at a crossroads in your life.
Yes, I suppose so, in a way.
And
okay.
2 years from now, you won't be doing what you're doing now. Now, I seem to be able to just hit the nail on the head because we're all psychic, and I've tried to develop it in my own little way, and it just gets me along. You know, I don't put myself in as a great reader or something like that because I'm not.
What?
You ever think you'd be on the movies?
No, my God, no.
Well, now you are, darling, you see.
And Charlie said, Iris, I've got a lovely home, a nice car, and he said, I'd love to have you for the weekend and I would treat you as a lady. And I thought,
you are a lady.
I thought there's only one way. So I went.
Yeah, you would too.
I went to his place and he showed me to the front bedroom and he went into the back bedroom and I left the door open, half hoping he'd come in, but he didn't come in. I was hoping he would. I was dying for a cuddle, but no. So the next morning, he got out of his room, I got up, and we collided in the bathroom, in the hallway to the bathroom.
By accident.
And he put his arm around me, and a shiver went all through me. And he kissed me, and I said, oh no, Charlie, none of that. He said, I want to marry you, Iris. So that was it.
Life is a mystery. Life, you never can say anything about life, can you? A mystery.